Welcome to the Rewards Master. Today we're going to talk about a new point redemption strategy for business class awards that we're going to try. And I think it's aggressive, but I think it's really got great potential. So if you would hit the like and subscribe button and let's dive in together. We take a couple of international trips every year. And of course, once you go business class, you just don't go back. So we've been flying that a couple of years now, and always, because we could never afford to pay $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 one way for a flight, we always use our points and redeem them. We've done things like Turkish Airlines, Iberia, which was a fantastic deal. We've done flights on British Airways, which was a great points deal, but a really painful redemption when it came to taxes and fees, and the product wasn't that good. And we've done United Polaris coming up. We've got a Qatar, and we've got a Etihad, and possibly a Brussels. So we've kind of started to get just a little bit of experience with business class and those redemptions, and I'm always looking for them. I subscribe to Thrifty Traveler Premium, where they kind of give you these. They had a really good deal. I think it was $40 for a year, and they send me email alerts, and we've actually used that for some of our upcoming trips. And you can get some good deals that way. And typically what I've done is I'm able to plan, because we have pretty flexible schedules, my spouse and I. So I'm able to plan out, up to a year in advance as soon as the award chart opens up for a particular program. And sometimes we've gotten some pretty good deals that way. In fact, I think some of the best would have been that Iberia business class from Madrid back to the States. It was $34,000 each. You just can't beat that. That's as good as it gets. Before Turkish devalued, we did $45,000 each through Istanbul to Athens. That was a fantastic redemption. We've done some at the $80,000, $88,000. If you go through United and Fly Star Alliance, that's about the rate you're going to pay for the most part. It used to be $60, and we did do Polaris redemption at that $60 back before they changed their chart. But overall, that's where you're looking. If you're flying, you can pretty much find airplane flights for about $70,000 from Europe and the United States. But when it really got to hitting me hard about how am I going to find good redemptions is when I started looking, because my wife wanted to go to Japan. One of our family members went over there, had a great time. She said, "Oh, we need to go there on one of our trips." So I started looking at the States to Japan, of course, wanting to fly business class. And man, it was hard to find any good redemptions. And I searched and I searched and I searched. I pulled up Points, I pulled up Point.me, and I was going through those search engines. And by the way, those tools are exceptional. And Points has a free tool, and you can use that without having to pay any kind of fee, and it works really good. So they don't sponsor this video. I'm not getting anything from that, but I really like Points. And so you can use Point.me also. It's pretty good. If you have American Express, you can use it with their partners for free. Same thing with Bilt. So those are really good tools. But as I was looking, Europe isn't that hard. The Middle East isn't that hard. But if you're trying to go to Asia, like across the Pacific, man, some people have found like sweet spot redemptions, but for me, it was really hard to find. So I was just experimenting and looking around, and then I just decided, well, what if I check like tomorrow or within the next week or so? So I did a little checking, and I found something amazing. In fact, others have talked about last-minute redemptions, but I don't think many folks look at it because of scheduling problems, or maybe they don't have the points because they have something else booked or whatever. But I looked, and like within the next week, if you're booking that close in, with two programs that are, pretty accessible, and that is American Airlines and with United, because they're in the One World and the Star Alliance, which I would argue are probably the two best programs as far as alliances go. And if you like SkyTeam, no shade thrown on you, but I just never find really good redemptions for the most part with SkyTeam. But those two are very useful. And when I was looking, I found something that I thought was amazing. I'm sure others knew about it, but for me, it was like a revelation. And that is, American had flights from the United States, quite a few, within the next week for 60,000 points. And that is a tremendous redemption. Those flights are between $4,000 and $6,000. And if you do the math on that, man, that's well over 5 cents per point that you're getting in value. United wasn't quite as good, but still, considering the fact that you can transfer to United from Chase, still pretty awesome. And that is ANA business class from the United States, and a lot of availability in the next 4 or 5 days for 100,000 points to Japan. And compared to the other stuff I found, now I know some are probably going to make in the comments, well, you can get ANA and you can get a round trip redemption for a really good price. And I'm sure that's true. I haven't really dug into ANA. I'm a little afraid of them because of the slow transfer times from American Express and some of that. But, you know, because they say it can take 3 to 4 days sometimes to get your points transferred over, and then the rewards aren't there, the redemptions aren't there anymore, all of that. Well, this is a way that is just so easy, because if you know, you know. The programs that are based in the United States, their apps and their websites, their system just works really good. So Americans, United's apps are out of this world, dependable. And if you were to, I would feel comfortable with them booking something for tomorrow or the next day or the day after, that it's going to actually work and it's going to go through. And those point prices are just really, really exceptional. So how would I use this? I mean, who's going to wait? Well, let's go on a big trip to Japan and let's go tomorrow. Well, what about hotels? What about all this? Well, I think that the way to do this is to make another redemption long term, and then to wait till it's coming up. And then a week or so before, start checking it every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day, and then cancel the previous redemption if you book something better. Now, that would require that you have a stash of points, especially if you don't want to cancel and then rebook and take the chance that you don't get it. So that is one restriction of this. You're going to have a stash of points. And when it comes to United, you could have them in your United account, or you could have Chase points, and those are a fast redemption, fast transfer over to United if you need to get something quick. But with American, it's a little tougher. American Airlines, I'm telling you, I've been a flyer with all of them. I flew for years and years on United as a status flyer. I'm currently Delta Platinum, and I'm currently American Airlines Platinum Pro, and I've been an Executive Platinum. So I have a lot of experience with all 3 of them for years. And I can tell you, Delta's miles are, well, they're not good at all. I mean, that's why they call them Sky Pesos. So in this experiment, I did check Delta, and it was like I expected, 300, 400,000, even close in. So they're kind of out of the equation. But United was pretty good. American was amazing. And American, man, they don't have any transfer partners. They used to have Bill. They don't anymore. There's rumors that it'll be Citi next year. I worry about that, because what if when they do that, then suddenly American's chart's not great? And it is great. I mean, American, we can fly across the United States. A one-way award is 12,500 points often. Sometimes they're a little higher, but you can almost always find a 12,500 point redemption. United and Delta don't even compare. They can't match that. So their points for domestic are better. And wow, what incredible points they have as far as redemptions when it comes to these business class flights last minute. So I think that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to wait, and we'll book something. Either we like to fly business, but we will fly premium economy if that's all that's available and it's a good points price. So if we choose to go to Japan maybe in 26, we'll probably book something, you know, premium economy, maybe economy if it's on a good airline, and then wait, and then make sure I have plenty of points stashed up, and then a week or so out, start checking, be able to make sure that the previous redemption is with a program that's fully cancelable, get back all of your points and your fees. And that means booking originally with United or American or Delta, and you know, Southwest you could too, but they don't have any overseas partners, so that one doesn't work. So that's what I think we're going to try to do. And in fact, we might even be able to do it this fall, because we have a little trip planned to Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And then we were going to fly back to Europe and then back to the United States. And that flight back to Europe is on Qatar, but not Q Suites. which was a great redemption. I mean, you talk about the value of American miles, 42,500 for a Qatar. And if it had been Q Suites available, we would have got that for that price back to Europe. That is just awesome. But more awesome than that is within a month, American, and I checked it just for the next month from now, just to see, sure enough, there were many, many days that you could get Etihad apartments. That is the full enclosed apartment first class on Etihad back to Europe. If you go to, I think the only two available, it's on the A380 only, and I think it goes to Paris and it goes to London. But if you book those within a month on American and there's availability, they're 62,000 points and maybe 62.5 right in there. And wow, for like one of the best flight experiences in the world. So even there's a good example of last minute being able to book these things. So I'd love to know, have any of you used this strategy? Have you booked one thing, waited, made sure you had enough points, and then checked last minute to see what kind of great deal you can do and then cancel the other? Because this will be a new thing for me. I haven't done that before, and I'm kind of excited to try it. And I think that if you manage it right, that your points can go a whole lot farther and you can fly in great style. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear if you've done this, if you have a strategy that's better than this. I mean, please teach me, help me to know. But if you would hit the like and subscribe button, we're up over 600 subscribers now and marching towards 1,000. So it helped me out a lot and I appreciate it. Have a great day. We'll see you here next time.